Hello and welcome to today's IC Markets commentary with me, Demi. So to begin with, in today's commentary, I want to start here with Bitcoin. Now, the last time I did this, I was looking for this area here to act as resistance. Now, what you can see here is initially this held really nicely on this upper channel and this old support that became resistance. But since then, you can see that we've in fact closed strongly above that area. And then what the market is now doing, it's actually acting as support. So right now, it's really simple for me with Bitcoin. As long as we stay above this level here, I'm expecting another big run towards 43,700, which is this old support here that also acted as resistance. The only way I will get bearish on Bitcoin is if we get a strong bearish close here. Okay, but right now we trade what we see, so right now focusing on the long side makes sense. And then Ethereum was also an interesting point where you can see right now, you know, the bulls are very much in control. You can see that from the price action. If you take a look at the weights going up, really strong, and consolidation on the way back down. So right now you can see we're kind of forming this little bit of a channel down with these lower highs, and we have this kind of neutral base here, okay, which is essentially keeping this as support. So this area here was really strong demand, and it's now, you know, come back twice, 3 times in fact, and it's acted here as support. For me, right now, again, I do favor the long side. However, I am also prepared for a general market correction. We have broken this trend line here, and so if it does correct, I'm actually going to be looking at getting into Ethereum around 1700 there, back towards this long-term trend line and this really nice demand zone right there. Next, we have the S&P 500. You can see it is still continuing to range. It's staying within this triangle that we had drawn out, and it's coming up to the top end. So do look out for this area as potential resistance, where we might push back down. If we do break up, I would probably wait for a close, good strong weekly close, and then use the lower time frames to start looking for buying opportunities. But until we get a bullish close above this line, I will remain bearish in the short term. Next, I want to talk about cable. Now, cable, if we look at the weekly chart, you can see has closed very strongly, and you can see the moving averages are starting to turn upwards. I think there's enough momentum right now. We've also had a MACD cross here where we could be looking to go and test this area here, which is the 200 weekly moving average. Now, we can also just draw a line there where you can see that the market has been reactive as support and resistance and support and resistance and resistance. That level comes in around 2687. So I think the potential of a push towards 2700 looks probable. So any pullbacks for me will be I'll be looking to buy this currency, not looking for shorts at the moment. Next, Kiwi dollar. Well, Kiwi actually has reached the top end of this channel resistance. You can see we have found some rejection here on the 200 daily moving average, and it is very close to resistance. And right now, I wouldn't really favor the Kiwi going higher. For me, right now, the probability is better towards the downside. Okay. Dollar yen. Well, dollar yen is an interesting one. What I want you to focus on is not so much the current bar, but actually how we closed on the week. You can see we've created this bearish engulfing bar there. right at this major resistance, and the market is certainly testing these lows down here at the moment. The buyers have come back in, but I believe that right now the downside looks more probable because we have found strong resistance again in this area, strong weekly close. And if we actually flick over to the lower time frames, you can see so far we've pulled back to the 38.2. I'm actually particularly interested in seeing the reaction in this area, the 61.8, and also if we do go back towards this area up here, the 78.6, this is also a resistance trend line. So, having said that, if the bears are going to take control, we may not see this get tested. Okay, so the 61.8 looks like a good value proposition to me for potentially the market moving lower. And if you want confirmation, the easiest way to do it is to draw a supporting line like that, wait for the market to get into the desired fib area, and then if it then breaks this area here, then we can start to look for shorts if you want that confirmation. And finally, just a quick look at gold. You can see right now we are again going back towards this resistance line up here, just above 2000. It is at the moment acting as strong resistance, and until broken, I definitely wouldn't feel confident playing the long side. Since we are close to a high point, I would be looking really more for pullbacks into this area to potentially short in the short term. And that completes today's market commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you again soon with another one. Take care.